So I'm here with Kevin Macdonald, the director of The Last King of Scotland and now The Black Sea. How are you? Thanks for your time today.
I'm good. Very nice to be here with you.
Well, I'm going to start out on a little bit of a serious note. Right now, we're dealing in a time with Ferguson and Eric Garner, and the sentiments in your movie about, against the establishment and anger against the establishment,
Yeah.
they kind of echo each other.
I think so. Well, I think our movie is, on one level, it's a movie, it's a thriller on a submarine, but level beneath that, it's a movie about the kind of resentment that the 99% have against the 1%, or particularly, I suppose, against the people who feel like they're unemployed and they've got skills which were once valued and are no longer valued, and who feel like the system is against them, that the bankers, the people in control, they can't see, the people they call they, are somehow destroying their lives, and they feel this resentment, this anger, which is why they go on this deadly mission that they go on to try and find this treasure on the bottom of the Black Sea.
Well, I think it makes that point really powerfully. But also, Jude Law. Nobody looks at Jude Law and says, grizzled submarine captain.
Yeah, no, I think that's one of the things that I'm really pleased with this movie, because I think this is Jude in a way you've never seen him before.
He pulls it off.
He really pulls it off. He's very authoritative, very masculine. He does feel like a grizzled submarine captain, and I think part of it was that he had to fit into a cast of great character actors, these great faces. Some of them are Russian, some of them are British, there's an American, whatever. But they're great faces, they're great characters, and Jude is the only star, and he has to therefore become a bit like them. He has to become very realistic, like they are.
Well, speaking of submarine captains, do you think after making this movie that you could pilot a submarine?
Could I pilot one? I could pilot a submarine in the basic sense. I know that you've got planes, which are kind of fins on the side of the submarine, which make it go up or down, and there's ones at the front and ones at the back, and there's two people just constantly adjusting those to keep it at the right
really?
level. And then you've got the helmsman, who's the guy who steers it, and you sort of signal through to ching, full ahead or whatever, and that's basically it.
I got a pretty good crash course watching the movie, but I have to ask you, if you don't know all the knobs, were you just like, okay, turn the thing? Like, you had someone tell actors?
No, we did have a submarine expert who was there on the set, but there were, it has to be said, of course, occasions where I was like, just pull that, turn this. And who's gonna know? But
I would not be able to tell you which ones were authentic and which were not.
the film is authentic because it's filmed on a real submarine, a real Russian submarine. But the other half, which was filmed on a set, is not real. But we combined a real submarine and a set in the film.
Well, again, it's seamless.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would spot.
And also, you mentioned you were on a real submarine, like this really rusty, old Russian submarine.
Yeah.
You shot a bunch of stuff at like the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
Do you have any good set stories?
Well, I guess the disaster that happened, I guess all the best stories are always disasters, aren't they? Was when we were filming in this big tank at Pinewood Studios, which is where they do Star Wars and Bond and all these things, the big movies that are made in Britain. There's this underwater tank. And we filmed in there for a few days. Everything went pretty smoothly. And then we put a bit of set in that had some foam in it. And in this foam was a chemical called bromine. And the bromine, we didn't know, reacts badly with chlorine, and it turned all the water bright green.
Oh, no.
So I went in one morning, and it was the color of limeade. And we were all like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And we tried putting chemicals in, getting swimming pool experts all this, to try and have a look at it. Nobody could figure out what to do. We had to drain all the water, 1.2 million liters out of the tank, scrub it down, fill it back. It took 2 weeks.
The whole process?
The whole
2 weeks?
process,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness. Was that just vacation time for the rest of you?
Yeah, it was vacation time. We made a big insurance claim, and we didn't get it, and it was a total disaster
Oh,
for
no.
us. Yeah, it was a disaster.
So you definitely have to see the movie.
Yeah, you have to pay for that insurance claim that never came through.
Well, you started out as a documentary filmmaker, and you still do that to this day, but you've really transitioned over into fiction. Are there any qualities of storytelling and film
authentic, making them feel realistic, and I guess that comes from documentary. So in this I want putting on a thick Russian accent. And so I guess it's that. And also just that for me, I guess what I'm trying to do is to make make movies which are entertaining, but also have something else going on underneath that, some ideas that maybe can make you think a little bit. I think, to me, that's the best kind of movie. Something that entertains you, but also afterwards leaves you with something to think about.
Well, congratulations, because that's exactly what you made.
Thank you very much.
I think that's totally the best way to describe this movie.
Cool.
But finally, a lot of the viewers on Beyond the Trailer want to grow up and be filmmakers. They're aspiring filmmakers.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for them?
Well, I guess the best advice would be not to copy other people. Just to do your own thing, make your own kind of stories, try and be original, because, we don't need more proficient filmmakers. We don't need more people who can do everything by the right rules. You need people who have new kinds of stories, new ways of approaching things.
That's so funny. That's the most original advice we've ever gotten. Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure. Thank you.